Find yourself venturing into a world that is unfamiliar to you in every single way. All you have to your name is your wits and a broken phone that has no internet. But wait, you have the MidFall Podcast in your hands. Here you can listen to the tales of your three hosts, Luis, Josh, and Jared, as they venture through their own creative woes and whatnots. Get ready to be entertained through your wildest dreams as you conquer and face this new threatening world.
Hello everybody, welcome to the 11th episode of the MidFall Podcast. I almost forgot. I am your host, Luis/Louis/Midfall99, and I'm joined by my two co-hosts, J-Rod and Yosh.
Hello.
Yes.
Schmello.
Yes. So, again, still working on those intros. We will figure it out at some point and make that shit fluid. But, with this episode, we also didn't really have much going on, at least creatively. Unfortunately, this was left up to me today, so I didn't come up with anything, and I'm sorry about that. But that doesn't mean that we don't have stuff to talk about, because, there's still plenty to talk about. Specifically, this goes into the announcements, but Mr. J-Rod has a new video series on the No Respawn channel, which he's going to be playing through Doom the Dark Ages, and we wanted to ask him his opinions on how he's enjoying that game so far. So if you have gone and checked out that video, thank you, and if you haven't, go ahead and check out the link below. That's our link tree, or just search up No Respawn with no spaces and you will see it. So yeah, Mr. J-Rod, how do you like in Doom the Dark Ages?
Well, I am having a lot of fun with Doom the Dark Ages. By the time we are recording this, I have only done about 2 episodes, and hopefully you guys are enjoying the second episode. I had a lot of fun making that. But yeah, this iteration of Doom is a bit different from what the previous have established. I would argue that it kind of works like the old versions of Doom with like some extra little toys to play with. So if you don't know, this game takes place before the Doom 2016 that came out, and after Doom 64, if I'm remembering this correctly here. But what makes it really special is that it plays a little bit slower, but you also have new weapons you get to play with, as well as a shield that you can just bash into people, slice them up. Like, it is so much fun. One of my favorite things to do in that game is just to chuck it at almost anything that I see, and it is quite enjoyable. So yeah, I've been having a lot of fun with it. I'm getting ready for the next part of, episode 3, where I believe we are going to be piloting a giant mech suit. So I am more than ready to be bashing everything in, brothers. It's going to be fantastic.
It sounds like a cool vibe. I didn't realize that the Doom games like stretched out that far with like the creativity of things you could do to beat. What are you fighting again? Is this the one where you're in hell, or is this a different Doom?
So this one in particular is kind of, it's always kind of fighting hell, but basically, Doom guy is basically being piloted by these godlike beings called, they call them the Makers in this series. So yeah, he's pretty much being like their little harbinger destruction right now.
Okay.
To to fight off all the demons that are like invading Earth and all that.
Oh, sick. Yeah, I heard with the Doom storyline, he became powered up because I'm not sure if it was the makers, but the makers have technology to make you like immortal or something. And so I think they made him immortal. Is that what it was?
From what I know, yes, maybe. I believe so. I'm gonna. Yeah, I know that they did power him up to bring, like, the guy was already fighting off like the literal icon of sin, like pretty much like it's equivalent of Satan. And now they said, you know what, let's power this guy up. You know, he may need a little bit more for this one. Like, how do you make this guy this OP? Like to, you know, a little bit of a spoiler here for Doom Eternal. Like, he goes literally to like the highest point anywhere, literally just shuts out God from ever coming back, literally brings back the devil himself, which in this earth is literally just a version of him, pretty much, and literally beats the shit out of him. It's so fucking nuts. Like, this guy is the literal definition of a hoss. So, yeah.
Do you think it's like plot armor, or do you think it's like just really cool writing?
I think it's more so writing, and because I feel like they don't really hype up the demons to that extent. I mean, you kind of assume so, but like, yeah, I would say more so writing than just,
That's cool.
That's super cool. I've been kind of wanting to so this is just kind of off topic now, but like kind of going with the same thing, like in terms of video games. I kind of been wanting to play The Last of Us 2, because I only watched like a couple playthroughs. I didn't make it like all the way. Like, I kind of left a huge gap in the middle when it first came out. And I've been watching the show, and I've been enjoying the show for what it is, but it's made me want to kind of play the game again. And is there any kind of games that you guys have been wanting to revisit?
Dude, honestly, for a while, I think I spoke about this with someone else, but I've been wanting to see if I could get my hands on the Ratchet & Clank games and Sly Cooper. Jak and Daxter was never one of my favorite games, but I liked playing it growing up. But Ratchet & Clank and Sly Cooper were the games that always interested me as a kid, and I was able to play Ratchet & Clank. For Sly Cooper, I only played like the free trials on like PS3 or PS4 or whatever. But those are the games I probably want to give a try again and see if I could get access to in the near future.
Yeah, that's cool. What about you, Drew?
Nice, man. I have two games. Actually, you know, one of them I was gonna say was the Paper Mario remake that happened on the Nintendo Switch. I only got to about I've been on GameCube and all that, but I do want to get back into it. I think I'm only on like the 6th chapter or something like that. But a game that I really want to get back into is Cyberpunk. Like, I haven't played Cyberpunk since its like initial release, which obviously, as many know, it was a buggy mess. And then you know, they fixed a lot of it. I started playing it again, didn't get that far into it, and now I'm like, oh, you know, I kind of want to jump back into that again, like do as much as I can in that game, you know. But yeah, I think it's just, for me at least, the amount of stuff you can do in Cyberpunk, a little bit intimidating, but I really do want to get back into it.
Yeah. It's funny you mentioned Cyberpunk. I remember hearing about it. It kind of had like the same pathway as No Man's Sky, where it comes out, everyone like just dogs on it, and then it just builds itself back up, and the player base just stays steadily going up. But there was a guy who used to work on GTA. I liked the tweet a few hours ago. I'm gonna try to find it real quick, but he used to work on GTA, and they just released a teaser for a game called Mind's Eye. And what it says on the tweet is, Mind's Eye, a game created by former lead developer of GTA, just dropped a new gameplay trailer. And I watched like 30 seconds of the teaser. You don't really have to watch it if you guys don't want to right now, but I'll describe it. I'll put it in our MidFall Podcast channel. The teaser itself mentions, this is a world where technology has a lot of control, and the technology like manages people's lives for them and stuff like that. So it looks like GTA, but mixed with Cyberpunk, but like Detroit becomes human a little bit too, I guess. Is the best way to put it.
Okay.
I don't know about like the people AI part of it. I only watched 30 seconds of it, but it looked pretty interesting. So if maybe that could be a game that we all look into in the near future and see if it's of any interest to any of us.
That'd be cool. I mean, anything like that's like open world and whatnot is, very interesting, especially just the games that you listed.
Yeah.
Going back into the games that I want to finish is also Resident Evil 4, man. I still gotta finish it.
You've been opening that game every now and then and playing it. I remember that.
Very little.
I think it was that game.
Yeah. No, it is.
It was that game a long time ago, because I remember you opened it once when Paolo was in the VC with us, and we were all just watching you play for an hour or so.
Yeah, dude. It's a good game.
I've heard good stuff about it. It was the remake, right?
Yeah, Resident Evil 4 remake. I'm, I guess, excited / waiting for them to make a Resident Evil 5 remake if they ever do. I didn't play it, but I played the demo back when, demos were a lot more popular back on the PS3.
Yeah.
That's it.
That was how kids like us got to enjoy certain games. Like I got to enjoy Sly Cooper. You got to enjoy Resident Evil.
Yeah, dude. Another game that I really liked, as far as the demo, was The Simpsons. Like The Simpsons, whatever. Because it had a full-on like boss level, and like you could play the game as much as you wanted, and it felt like very open world. I don't know if you guys have played the game, but it was the one level where the donut man or whatever came to life. And like you could play the game as long as you wanted. It had pretty much everything unlocked for you at that point. Just when you beat the level, obviously the demo was over. But it was pretty cool.
Yeah, that reminds me of like when we were kids. This is gonna kind of reveal to people just how old we are. We're not that old, but remember when like Burger King had the Xbox games, and you could get the Xbox games at Burger King?
Oh, really?
Yeah, you could get the Burger King Xbox games specifically. Like they were themed after Burger King, like Burger King Kart or something like that.
Okay. Yeah,
Burger
like
Kart,
full-fledged games with the Burger King like mascot in it.
Yeah, they really invested into it.
I remember the heavy advertisement for it, or just the heavy advertisement between Burger King and Xbox, like destroy all humans. That was like super big.
That game took over our lives. That game was so cool.
Yeah, that game was cool.
I loved it.
Yeah, but that's as far as games. I remember I forget what game it was called. It was like Into the Void or whatever. That was also another cool demo that was like, oh, if you finish this level, like the world's pretty open, but if you finish this level, like the demo ends.
Oh, I'm looking at it right now. Is it a space game?
Yeah, like where you fly around with a jetpack.
Okay. Yeah, I'm seeing a little bit. There's another game that took the same name, so it's hard to find this specific old game. But I see the old game's like picture. A strategy game of galactic proportions, apparently.
I think it wasn't like well reviewed or anything like that. Like it didn't like turn out cool, but the demo was cool. Like for what I did, I just like being able to fly around with a jetpack.
Yeah. Well, speaking of things that will turn out cool, I think we didn't say our announcements too much, but Trending Arc video by now is going to be out. So if you guys are watching this episode, make sure you go onto the MidFall channel and like it, please.
Yes, Mr. Yosh's Trending Arc in trending. So now we're about to approach onto the 6-month mark. You got 6 more months to dunk, dog.
I think I can do it, dude. Like, I'm in Brazil right now, so that's why my mics might sound different to some people. But honestly, the weather here forces your body to go into this hyperbolic time chamber, bro. I'm not even joking. Like, I feel like I'm actually in the hyperbolic time chamber with how much the training feels more effective here compared to back home.
Oh, dope.
Dude, it actually feels different. I already told you guys this before the episode, but for the viewers, in the future I'll try to release a video where like I'm playing basketball in Brazil. So you'll be able to see what hoops are like in Brazil, how they play. It's a little bit different from America, but it's fun. So I think it'll be a nice little video to have for the channel.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah.
You should get some football over there.
Oh yeah, that'd be fun. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, we got 6 more months on those little goals. I don't know if I would have had to. I gotta adjust on the line, because just what I'm referring to is something that we brought up on. I don't know, maybe like not 10 or so episodes ago, but maybe 10 or so episodes ago. I don't remember. We made a bingo board type thing as to stuff that we want to get, like bucket list goals for the year. And so yeah, now we're just kind of seeing where to go from there. Yeah, we got 6 more months to complete some of those goals.
Yeah, the goal is of course to complete as many as we can. Things are in order in a certain way, I guess. But in my opinion, it doesn't matter if you get a line or not, as long as you get some things complete. And luckily, Jared and Luis have been able to. Actually, Jared did complete 1 or 2 things, didn't you, Jared?
Yeah, actually, as I'm looking at this, I'm looking at my bingo board right now. It looks like I got about let's see, 1, 2. I got about 2 things completed so far.
Pretty good.
I'm getting closer to one of them being completed, which I'm very excited about. But yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. I know Luis and I definitely want to complete our stuff. Like, I was able to get one of my biggest things done, which was like my Brazil documents, like my passport and such. And actually, funny story, when I was I was at the Washington DC airport, and I was just chilling, waiting for the flight to start boarding, and then there's a bunch of Americans, and they're like, all right, for anyone with American passport, you have to have your visa with you. And it's like a physical thing they have to show that they got their visa to be able to enter. And I was lucky enough to where I have my Brazilian passport, so I don't have to do that. But it was interesting chatting with them and seeing how it goes, and they're like, oh yeah, it's super easy, it's really quick, just the websites suck. And I was like, yep, sounds like Brazil. The websites suck to do things. Like, it's so difficult to do things in Brazil because the government websites are unstable, I guess,
Yeah, I get that. They're just like not super updated either, I would believe.
Exactly.
Maybe.
Like, I can't log into my Brazil government account until I get a Brazilian phone number.
Oof. I mean, yeah, that's just, I feel like a lot of government websites are like pretty hard to navigate through and whatnot.
So I gotta go do that this week, so that's gonna be fun. But it won't be too difficult. It's just time consuming.
Yeah. I feel like.
But little update, I will say, I think I can get close to the dunking goal if I'm being honest. Like, it might sound a little, I don't know if overzealous is the right word, but I'm able to grab rim again. I was traveling for a while. I didn't go to the gym last time I was in Brazil, but this time I've been going like 3 times minimum a week. And before I left for Brazil, I was able to grab the rim, and it was fairly easy. So I think I'll be able to either get close to my goal of dunking once this year or doing it.
No, you can do it, because the thing is, like, from here, if you can do it like a consistent routine that's actually meant for doing what you want to do, like, you'll do it. Like, you're gonna be able to do it if you can, like, actually look up some YouTube videos. Oh, like, what's actually gonna help you dunk, and you just follow that, then you can do it. I would say literally if you can already touch rim within 3 months.
Okay.
Because the thing is that you're Gohan right now. Like, you got hella potential, but you haven't unlocked it yet because you haven't found the right routine, and I guess you know what I mean, like the right sort of thing that'll help you advance through that.
Yeah, you're right about that. I think I'll get there for sure this year. That's honestly the goal that I hope I complete the most this year, just dunking once. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, no, because I mean it's the likewise with me. Like, in certain things, it's mainly like just in terms of like fitness and whatnot. Like, I know what I need to do to be like pretty efficient, but I just mainly be consistent.
Yeah.
I need to be in better shape.
Lisan al-Gaib. I've been saying that phrase all week.
What is?
Lisan al-Gaib from Dune. I've been saying it all freaking week, bro. I haven't even seen the movie and I've been saying it all week.
So y'all got any plans for summer?
Other than being in Brazil and then going to see you guys after the summer's over, I don't really have any plans, I guess. Just, going to the gym and staying healthy.
Do you plan on doing any like more traveling within Brazil like during your stay over there?
A little bit. Very little. I'm going to the capital to fly back home, but I'm also going there for like a day or two to go to my girlfriend's cousin's birthday party, and it's like on certain birthdays they celebrate them a little larger than others. Like it's their 30th birthday, so it's a pretty big thing, I guess.
Yeah.
So I'll be going to that. Last time I did that more. This time I'm not, because I want to make sure that we go to the gym, because we didn't last time. So we're going to the gym a lot more, getting progress in there.
Yeah.
What about you guys?
As far as summer, not really. Mainly like when you come, we're gonna try and do something, but also I'd like to go ahead and make some more time to, 1, go on dates with my girlfriend, 2, just hang out with my family, and then 3, hang out with my friends. Those are so. Yeah, I want to work as much as I can this summer, but then also have plenty of good hangout time as much as I do work. Because there's something about the summer and stuff that makes me want to work more, like just the heat and whatnot. But I also work at a gym, so well, I mean, not even just because of the gym, like just in general. I prefer to work when it's hot, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's dope. I hope you can do most of those things, man.
Thank you.
Yes, Jarud.
So what do I got? Nothing. I don't really got much going on this summer. Probably just keeping consistent with the videos and whatnot. Maybe put some music out there. I'm getting there. I promise.
Jared, you gotta put more music out, because when I was working on the training arc video, my version, Jared linked me a playlist, or basically a file with like all the music that we made, the beats that you guys made. And I found myself really enjoying Jared's beats, and I was like, dang, I gotta put more of these into the video, but it was hard to find places to fit it. So I tried to put a good mixture of your guys' beats in it, but there were certain beats that Jared had that were like really good. It was really like easy to listen to, and I'm like, damn, I wish this part fit with this song. If I just couldn't, I didn't try to force the song into anywhere, but I really liked some of them. It was really cool.
What was your the favorite beats from that whole list that I gave you?
Let me see if I can spot it in the video itself, because I can't really name them off the top of my head right now. Actually, let me see. There was one that you released recently, I think, and it had a funky name to it. I'm not too sure. Let me see if I can open the drive again. I'm actually not logged in there. But I'll tell you after the podcast once I find. Actually, I am logged in. I'll tell you guys after the podcast, unless I find it while we're recording here. But there was a few of them were really good.
Okay. Yeah, for a lot, honestly, for that whole list that I made, because the list is it's a whole compilation of my music as well as Luis's music. Bro, I always like default to Lost in the Hills, because I just really like that one, and I always remember when we set up the video that we did for it, which was OST Adventures. If you haven't seen it, go check it out on the Respawn channel. But I put that on top of some Sonic. I'm not gonna say the full title, because it's gonna sound gross. The Sonic and Shadow Generations, and it just worked superbly. It just works superbly with the footage, and I will always enjoy that song, dude.
Thanks. Preach. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, at this point, I mean, we have music that needs to be released. Like, we got some, so we got one bossa nova song, which is, like, weird. And, I mean, I'm just
that was.
it's, like, way out of my element, and I made it, like, just quickly. And then, Jared sent over some vocals, and Josh sent over some small vocals as well. And then, we got another song with Jared, and you guys met Cherb on last Sunday, essentially, on the live stream. And hopefully, if you guys remember, hopefully you guys saw that, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. And we got a song with J-Rod and Cherb, which is cool. It's also gonna be different, just in the way of I don't know, man. Just vibes, I guess. I don't know. But there's multiple musics that I had in this little creative stint that I had, like for like the last couple months. But I'm kind of dry. So, yeah, hopefully we figure this shit out. But, yeah.
Oh, I have the
I'm not
names.
even, and I'm not even like combating it. I'm just more so like, it'll come.
Yeah, that's fair. Jared, I have the song names. It was Louisiana Devil Water, Dashiki Gold, and Dexter's Noir, I think was the recent one I was talking about.
Yeah.
Good one.
Those three are good. Those three are good.
I really liked them. I was listening to them. I was like, dang, I gotta find more that I can fit in. The Frieza one. There was the Frieza one too that I was trying to fit, but I was like, nah, I'm not gonna force it.
Honestly, yeah, that one's just real, like, intense. That one's real intense. But it
was very intense, and I was like, maybe not in this video.
Dope. And just we'll keep releasing, and hopefully you guys keep enjoying the tunes. And that's pretty much it. I don't know what else do we. Anybody got anything else for this video they would like to kind of random thoughts?
Yeah, I think we're all pretty grateful for how far we've grown this year. Like, the year's not over, clearly. But something that Luis highlighted that I think is pretty important to bring up on the pod, he brought it up like a week or two ago. Like, we reached 70 subs on the MidFall channel, which is pretty big. So I really think, and I think we all think the same thing, like, we're probably have a decent chance of hitting 100 this year. So that's really dope.
Yes, sir.
So thank you to everyone.
Thank you, people. Lovely people. Yeah, we got, I guess, further than we thought we would on a certain way. We can definitely do a lot more. I mean, like, the thing is, like, we've gone pretty far without, like, really trying too much just yet, because we do post once, but, like, it's cool that we're, like, figuring out that we still have so much more room to grow. Like, we're at the basis of anything is that we've at least been consistent with the videos. We still been making videos. I mean, the podcast did take a bit of a break, but we're back on the podcast and we're making it work. We're being consistent with that.
Heck yeah.
And I mean, the music, I appreciate everybody just liking it. I don't know what about it made it stick out, but I guess I did something right on that. So,
because it's
thanks.
fire.
Thanks.
Yeah.
But hope we'll, because ideally, like, I'd like to like perform even at some point. Like, that might be cool, like, just to like get it out the way, because I guess we only live once, right? So, like, fuck it. But, like, this weekend, if you guys didn't know, well, whatever. So basically, this weekend was my gym's very first time. So my head coach became a promoter, and this was our first time running a pro event, and it was cool because we were able to do it in our hometown, or right next to our hometown, where the county fair takes place and whatnot. And since we live in a fairly well-off neighborhood, at least like our hometown, it was pretty, I guess there's a barrier to entry within that, having the event there and whatnot. Just mainly it being very expensive. To start, we didn't even have a gym like 4 years, or we opened the gym like 4 years ago. And before that, we would train wherever we could, parks, tennis courts, like we would spar in tennis courts, like whatever. And then in 2021, we opened up, or my coach opened up the gym. And then after that, we started having amateur events, and we started having great turnouts at those. Hundreds of people would go to those. And then after that, we were able to, or my coach was just able to do the whole promotion thing, get fights together, and good fights too. And seeing it all happen, it was just crazy, because I'm like, I see how much effort he's putting in to make all this stuff happen. And so I know that we can get somewhere with this if we just put the work into it. Once we feel, I don't know what it is, there's a mental block. But once I figure out how to combat it, then MidFall will just grow. Because what's super inspiring is that, like, just my coach being able to make all this stuff happen, having big names in the building, having like genuine celebrities in the building. Again, very inspiring. Seeing it all happen, it was cool. My coach was just never shied away from asking for help, and was very much a man of his word and very humble when it comes to a lot of things. So again, that was just an example that I want to implement, and I know that, again, we can take this wherever we want it to if we just put the work in the right direction.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. I agree. I think it'll take the effort, of course, but we all have the commitment that I know is required. I think it just, depends on those moments where it's low. You got to be able to keep working through those low moments. That's the difference between people that are successful and not.
Yeah, exactly. Not for real. But yeah, that's any last thoughts for you, Jared? Any random thoughts?
Yeah, not really.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Well,
that's about it.
Not really.
I think that's it for this episode. So, yeah. Thank you guys for coming through, and keep streaming Armor of Nothing. Keep streaming Came Across a Crypt. Watch the new Doom series on the No Respawn channel, and watch out for Josh's training arc. Again, it should be out.
Yes. Oh, real quick. I decided to
tape.
title the first video is gonna be titled "The Pathway to Better Buckets." So look forward to that.
Yeah, do that. The Pathway to Better Buckets. It's a part of the training arc series. So, yeah. Look out for all that stuff. And, yeah, we're good. That's pretty much it. All right. We'll see you guys on the next one.
Bye-bye.
Shoot.